that Rick died. That's the conclusion we've come to.
That's the conclusion you guys have come to. We
That's
don't have
true.
any proof that
we
this
have
is
no
the same
proof
person.
of
What
that.
digging did he do?
We have no proof of that. He looks exactly like you think he would look.
But we don't know that it's
I didn't
him.
say that we do. I said I think Rick died. There's an obituary online for somebody. I'm going to have to go to the service and find out. I'm going to have to find out unequivocally. This person died January 30th. And I don't think I ever got his last name.
No, I don't think we ever got that.
We've been talking to him for like 5 years.
nobody knows what he looks
He was
like.
very careful about what he said. Like,
Yes.
remember, we invited him the one time to come to the 10-year anniversary thing. He said, no, I like to keep things,
That's right.
10th
10th anniversary show, because I had all their phone numbers, and I called each of them. I called Drunk Sue. I called Dick. I
to that
called
phone number?
Rick. That's long gone. I didn't hang on. I wrote them on a legal pad, and Drunk Sue came out. But Rick, even on the phone, he said, no, that's okay. You guys have fun. I'll keep calling in and listen to the show. That was completely fine with me. I like to keep it professional. You've met Dick from Dayton. I don't need to meet Dick from Dayton. So, but anyway, but Bill did some digging in the break, found an obituary with a photo on it that looks exactly like I think we all had the image of Rick in our heads. But we don't know for sure. So I'm going to have to go to the service and find out. I'm going to have to put a suit on. I'm going to have to go do some digging. Okay. And I'm going to look like a weirdo at this place,
That's
asking
what I'm
randos
saying.
if... But I want to find out.
But if
But
you
you're
try to,
also not very good at condolences.
Who?
You.
I'm not there. Trust me. I'll be fine.
but he'll be kind. You're not going to be any sort of bother.
I'm
You're
great.
going there being respectful.
I'm great with strangers.
Oh, it's people that you care about on a personal level. You
of
don't know how
course.
to console.
Well, you know why that's hard?
I don't know.
Because they know you, too.
I guess.
Strangers don't know me. So I can just come in, and I'm not there to put on a show. I'm there to get some intel. I hope very much that we're wrong. But I don't feel good about us being wrong. So I want to find out. Because the service is this weekend. I'm glad we found it ahead of time.
Yeah.
It says January 30th.
January 30th. So that was a week ago, right? That just happened.
But I imagine he was sick for a few days, and that's
Maybe
why he
didn't
wasn't
call.
calling in.
He might have been sick the whole time.
So
We don't know
anyway,
anything.
I want to find out, and then I'll have, hopefully I'll have that information for you on Monday.
There's so many obituaries.
Yeah, there are
People die a
a
lot.
lot of people die, it turns out.
Yeah, especially right now.
Circle of life.
Here's another Richard.
Start dying the moment you're conceived.
No, that's not him. And I looked up this from the obituary that I found. Looked up the daughter, and I'll do some more digging in the next break. But I think it's him, and I'm really bummed out.
I'm really bummed out, too.
bummed out by
yeah,
that.
that sucks. So, but I will find out for sure.
We don't even know what city he lived in.
I think he lived right down
lived
the
in
road
Cleveland,
here.
yeah.
Yep. And that's where the service is.
Yeah,
So
but this one
I-
says that he was in Akron.
I don't think that that's correct. I don't think he lived in Akron. I think he lived in the city.
I think the funeral home has something to do with Akron.
But that's what I'm saying is why would you have a funeral?
I mean,
45 minutes away from where someone lives.
His family may all live
yeah.
there,
Maybe.
but he lived up here.
Because, again, his daughter's Facebook, she's in Cleveland. And just from what she wrote about him, my father was the coolest dad. Everyone loved him, and I will miss him so much.
Yeah, that's him.
That sounds like him.
Yeah.
I know that's
You guys are. Oh my God, I hate you guys.
Why?
Okay, whatever.
What's the matter?
Because that's so generic.
Right. I mean,
Do you know how many obituaries are online where nobody talks about this guy was cool? That's a very specific way to describe someone. Everybody goes, oh my God, he was so nice.
guys are
He
gonna
always came. My dad was the coolest guy ever. This is a grown woman.
You guys are gonna go to the funeral for.
Well,
I'm
you're
going to
gonna
watch the live stream.
You're gonna crash the funeral of someone you literally don't even.
I'm
know.
not crashing. By the way, who wouldn't want more people at a funeral to offer their condolences?
You don't know this dude. You think you know.
That's what I
You're
said.
thinking he's a voice that you will never hear again.
Why wouldn't I go? I walk in, find the family.
Like, oh, sorry, not him.
Introduce I hope I'm.
Walk out.
Yes.
My bad.
Why does everybody think this is going to be so weird? All the people are
That is
texting me,
weird.
you're going to look weird. First of all, I don't care about looking weird. Second of all, I want to get the information. And thirdly, I would like to tell his family how much we enjoyed him on the show.
And
Of
honestly,
course.
now that I'm thinking about it, like when we had my dad's memorial, we put that in the paper. I had plenty of people who showed up and they were like, "Hey, I went to high school with your dad," or whatever. I don't know who those people are. I'm like,
didn't
"Hey,
make you
thanks."
mad?
No, I was like, "Hey, thanks for being here.
Right.
Share, have some food, hang out, and
Yeah.
yeah." And you're not
I met
going
your
with-
dad one time.
Right, you're not going with ill intention or anything like that.
Right.
It's just I would feel awkward if I got there and realized it wasn't the right person, but then you just leave.
I'll be
you know?
elated if it's not him.
Right? No, I know.
If they go, I don't know what you're talking about, I'll go, okay,
Good. Yeah.
good. That means that there's another funeral coming up that I get to go to and be creepy. Again, it's not creepy. And I don't have the phone number anymore, you know? Anytime when people call in, I see phone numbers on the screen, or used to. I don't even think I do anymore. This screen used to show phone numbers. I don't know if it still does.
It depends. It literally-
Sometimes it does,
Your
yeah.
provider.
But again,
and
I'm not
your
writing
locker
down phone
number.
numbers. I'm not, I see people's phone numbers when they text, but he wasn't a texter. He was a caller.
Now, here's the thing. I might be able to find out before this all happens because one of our customers is friends with the daughter on Facebook. I wonder if he's got some intel.
Maybe. I mean, listen, this is why obituaries, like Mary said, it's why they're in the paper.
Right,
It's
so
why they're
people
public.
know. Yeah, that's
so
true.
people
It's
know.
true, yeah.
So they can show up, you know? I mean, when Chuck Collier, this dude who was a legend over there at WGAR, and he was in the Country Music Hall of Fame, and he'd been on the radio for 30 years. He died like a year and a half after I came to Cleveland. But we got pretty tight because he and I were always the last two people here at night. He was walking around doing stuff, and I was here doing stuff. And so we were always talking. So I was really, really upset when Chuck Collier died. They've renamed this street after Chuck Collier. But I'd never met his family. I knew there would be people from work at his service, at the wake or whatever, but I never met his family. So I walked up and introduced myself to his family. And his wife's like, "Oh, I know who you are because Chuck told me about you." I was like, great. So yeah, that doesn't bother me. And I'll be happy if it's not him. But boy,
Now, don't say
feel like it's-
woohoo if you're at the funeral and you go, was your father a boxer that would frequently call into the Alan Cox Show? And they say, no, that wasn't him. And don't go, yes, I'm so happy about this. Don't do that, okay?
I'm going to, what I plan on doing is having someone video me jump in the air so that I can then freeze frame it with me midair, pumping my fist, so that I can post that. Yeah. So I'm going to find out if Rick, who called this show for many, many years and was one of our favorite callers, and listen, he can be added to the, if it is him, he'll be added to the list of Alan Cox Show alums who've passed away over the years. Alan, do you regret saying you never wanted to meet Rick before? No, because if it's an open casket, I'll meet him.
You kiss him on the forehead?
I'm not going to kiss him. It's not him anymore. But we'll figure it out. What's the matter?
Y'all are.
What?
Y'all are what? Human beings?
Just do a little more.
By the way, why am I the one planting my flag in this? I'm the robot.
I'm with you. Like, I might go to the funeral as well. Like, I really enjoyed Rick. I want to know. So
I think all the ladies there are going to be there.
I mean, I'm not
Crying
thinking about any of
and
that
huge,
stuff.
huge hats.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
I'm thinking about is, can we find out if our friend, if that's him?
I
Yeah.
will say black funerals smell really, really good.
Smell good?
That's all the cocoa butter.
I was going to say all the cocoa butter, the hairspray, the perfume. Like, black ladies smell the best. And I can say that because I've been around a lot of black ladies. The lotions that they use, it's wonderful.
And that's not even confined to the ladies. Every black guy I've ever worked with or been friends with is low. Why do you think I lotion up all the time? I'm like, that's a great idea. Man, you look smooth.
I guess I don't get that close to that many black men. I don't really hug them.
You do. Yeah, because
don't-
you like white guys.
Well, no, they don't really. Like, I'm talking about, like, family members and, like, cousins and stuff. Like, we don't hug.
Yeah, but you know if people lotion up.
Sure, but I don't get that. There's no reason for me to get that close to a black male unless I'm about to hug him, and I don't.
You don't hug people?
Was Rick married?
No, I don't think so. Because
Then this wasn't him.
Really?
Because I went to that chick who commented on that obituary, and she said this was my dad, and then she's friends with, because I put in Bay on her friends list, because it's listed as Smith Bay. And then I found this woman who says, my heart is heavy. My husband and love of my life, Mr. R. Smith Bay, passed away this morning. So if he wasn't married, then it wasn't him.
But again, he never.
We don't know what he had going on.
He said he had a woman,
Yeah.
but he also said it was a revolving door.
But I think
I said it was a revolving door. He played along.
Played along, yeah.
Yeah, just discuss
Well, if
family
he's not-
stuff on air. It's cool.
Well, no, I mean, whatever. This is all public information. This is on people's public Facebook page.
Yeah, this is what these online obituaries. That's what it's for. Is for people to leave comments and
But yeah, I mean,
I would love it if Rick just called like, "What's
that
up,
would be
everybody?"
great. Yeah,
Oh,
that would
it'd
be
be-
wonderful.
That's
So
what I'm
great.
hoping
Y'all thought
would
I was
happen.
dead?
That's what I'm hoping would happen.
Oh, if that's him.
Alan, didn't he move here from California?
I don't. Remember
I don't
that.
recall that.
Man,
I think all his
feel
family
like,
is.
I feel like this picture of him, like this is Rick. I think.
I mean, again, that picture looks like what I guarantee what we all envisioned Rick to look like.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess
Like he was a backup singer for Cameo.
Man, he's a lead.
Yeah.
He's-
Yep. So anyway, I hope that that's not the case, but I will find out. So.
I think this is him. What if we can find a video?
I mean, again, it's been
If
a
we
long
find
time.
a video on here. Maybe
It's been a
he's
long
talking.
time since we heard it from AKA Becky too, and I know that she was ill, right? Remember AKA Becky?
Oh, yeah.
She started off hating me,
How many
and then
kids did Rick
came
have?
around, huh?
Do we know how many kids he had?
I don't even know if he knew. Come on, Mary.
Well, we have no context clues. That's my point.
I
All
know.
we know
That's
is
why
what
I'm
his
going to
voice
have to
sounds
go
like.
in person and ask people questions. I'll have to say, "Excuse me, I was a friend of Richard's." Oh yeah, how do you know him? I don't know anything. I only
you can't even prove that you know this guy.
Yeah, I can. I talk to him on the phone all the time. I don't know how
call.
often he left his house. He might have kept his relationships with most people by phone. So AC Funeral Crasher is going to have to make an
Yeah,
appearance
right?
this weekend. But I mean, we've had Drunk Mike die over the years. I had a handful of, every city I've worked in, I've had a handful of listeners die. So I, of course, hope that it's not him. Old people shacked up together say they are married. Well, this woman says that this guy was her
They have
husband.
2 kids together, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to lead with, listen, maybe I'll stumble right into someone who knows that he called the show, if it's him, rather than having to break out what little information we had.
Yeah, this
The boxing's good.
I mean, this lady, they 11 years of marriage, and there's a picture of them on their wedding day. I mean, I feel
11? That's
in 2021, 11 years of marriage. So
that's a pretty late. That's a late life marriage. He
would've
was like
been-
early 70s.
They would have been married since 2020. I don't, or since 2010. I don't think that this is him. How's he going to call us forever and never mention an 11-year wife?
Because that's not what we talked about.
Well, we don't
with
talk
him.
about that stuff.
But he talked about his life and things like that, and
No,
then
he
never
not.
came
I
out.
really,
Sports.
when he did, I had to drag it out of him.
I guess.
I mean, he only mentioned the boxing thing because we were talking about boxers, and he
Yeah.
called in with some knowledge. Alan, I remember him saying he was a retired mailman. Do you remember that? This is all good info. This I should be writing down.
Here's a video of them dancing, but I don't. He's not
Video-
talking.
I mean, this was like, you
We need
can't
him to
do-
talk. We need a video of him talking. If it's him talking, then we can confirm.
Well, I guess I got to find out.
I mean, this also looks like a 10-year anniversary that looks real fun. JJ.
Now, if it's not Rick and he's listening, Rick, you need to troll us as long as you possibly can, all right?
Call us
never
right now.
calls.
No. You need to call after I go to that funeral.
He'd be so mad at us.
He calls you Monday morning.
Alan? Yeah. How about the Cavaliers?
Good morning, Mr. Cox.
Maybe so. Yeah. Spring Break Dennis. Remember that guy? That was 100 years ago from Kent, I think. I think he passed away. So, you know, what I will do is I will bring a recording of Rick.
Is this your husband's voice?
Yes.
Maybe.
I'll go, because he called into my show all the time. Maybe I'll just find somebody who knows that he called this show. But I think if that were the case, I would hope that somebody would contact me and let me know.
Okay.
That's why I don't think that,
Was Rick ever in a wheelchair?
I don't know about that.
We don't know.
But also, this guy's almost 80, the guy that passed away. I don't know that Rick was that old.
Yeah, I thought Rick was... But again...
Early 70s.
We don't know. Like,
I know we don't
what he
know.
would told. Like, he told us things, but we don't really know what was... Because he was pretty private.
Right. Poundcake, you're going with me.
I'm not going.
Don't think you're getting out of this.
His homegoing celebration. I'm not going.
Yeah, you are.
That's sacred.
You're putting on a suit. What has sacred got to do with it? You're not going to run in. I'm here, bitch.
I'm not going.
Why?
Go to your own home.
Scared? What are you, scared?
Yes.
Ma'am, did the deceased ever use the phrase stick and move?
You'll end up giving a speech there.
Okay, what do we know about him?
Can you imagine if I'm asked to eulogize Rick? I'm an amazing eulogizer, by the way. I've done a handful.
Cry.
Huh?
Because you don't cry.
Oh, I did. When my friend Jim, my old co-host, died.
You
I
cried on air,
yeah. No, I'm a great eulogizer. Because I can just pull things out of whole cloth.
Okay, what do we know about him for sure before you go into this? What facts do we know about Rick? He used to box.
What can I say? I'll give you a little taste.
Oh, okay.
What can I say about Rick that hasn't already been said by his family, his friends, his probably loving wife?
She seemed pretty loving.
Right. I mean, maybe not his wife, you know. He was, of course, a frequent caller. He was beloved by the audience. He was dismissed and ignored by Poundcake. Poundcake couldn't be bothered to be here today with me.
Who is Poundcake?
Poundcake.
Was he gay?
I brought Poundcake. It's over there on the table. No, not that. So, anywho, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's funny.
Figure it out.
You're a good eulogizer, but not a good comforter. And I'm going to go to a homegoing celebration. That's no one in my family.
Yeah, that's right. Because I got balls, Poundcake. Try them on sometime, baby.
Food might be.
No, I look at it this
slap,
way.
Of course.
This is a solution to a problem, and so that's what we need to do.
You don't understand. Have you ever been to a black funeral, Alan?
Yes, I have.
Oh, they're so
You don't think I've been to a
long.
black... First of all, I'm going for the visitation. I'm not staying for the service because I think that is for family.
They're like 6 hours long.
Well, that's fine, but
It's a school day.
I'm going to go for the visitation. School day.
It is, man.
On Saturday? It's not a school day. It's on Saturday morning.
And they're booked up.
Who?
The funeral homes.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, they got 10 different rooms going at one time.
So found one guy who passed away, Hal A. Burton. That's his real name.
Who?
Hal A. Burton.
Is that Dick Cheney's alias?
I don't know.
Wow. We used to have a guy named Always Kenny who called because he was always hitting on Eric. I called him Always Kenny. I think he died. So my only glimmer of optimism here is that I don't know that Rick is as old as this guy.
And there's a post that says, like, I'm so grateful my husband can stand without his wheelchair. If Rick was never in a wheelchair, this isn't the right guy.
Maybe
don't
he
know
was,
if he was.
Maybe he maybe he was in a recreational wheelchair.
He had just moved.
I know. Well, they were moving him because they were renovating his apartment. What if this is all an elaborate
Prank.
What if he is the king? Sucker
I don't think
MCs
it's
will call
him.
him sire.
I hope it's not him.
I don't
hope
think that
too.
it is.
All right, well, hopefully there'll be a way to find out before I put on my best.
Your whole suit.
My
Probably
best,
calling right now on Poundcake.
my best Sundays.
Thinking of
and-
the snacks at the homegoing.
Well, I got to have an incentive to go to somebody I don't know.
What if I have Gardettos?
Ribs, fried
Have a
chicken.
what?
Well, I'm just saying, like, he's trying to call right now, but Poundcake's not answering the phone because he's thinking of all the food at the
No one's called.
At the homegoing ceremony. All right, listen. We'll find out as best we can whether or not Rick has actually shuffled off this mortal coil, and we'll go from there. On a happier note, Black Keys tickets for you. There's a transition. They are coming to play a show somewhere. Are they playing in Akron? They're playing Blossom. You want to go see the Black Keys in September at Blossom. I'll have those for you after the break. And then another $1,000 for you to win. Listen for that keyword to go fund yourself coming up at 4:30.
It's the Alan Cox Show. Everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app or whatever